Okay, we may not be getting GTA 6 anytime soon, but at least we got our first ever series for the channel. GTA 6 coming out one day, I thought I'd start 100% in all GTA games, so it's only right we take it back to GTA 3. This game entered the world the same year I did.
Damn.
Honestly, for a 24-year-old game, it's really not that bad. Sure, it might not be the most visually appealing game, but the story is not only a great capsule for the time it came out in, it's actually a genuinely fun game with an interesting story. The game has a total of 29 trophies and an estimated completion time of 40 hours, but that time does not count for the bugs and questionable mechanics that you'd expect in a 20-year-old game. We play the game as Claude, as we work our way up the criminal underworld, progressing the 3 different islands of Liberty City. Each island is home to different, very stereotypical gangs.
I got myself a big plantain.
We start the story being betrayed by our girlfriend Catalina during a heist. After we escape the police, we are left at rock bottom.
I've got nothing left.
So we find work with the mafia. Our first job comes from a man named Luigi, whose character feels straight out of a 90s gangster film.
Maybe you could do me a favor.
Luigi's Girls is the first mission he gives us. In this mission, we need to pick up his favourite lady of the night. For dropping her home, we get our first trophy, first day on the job. Now that we've completed the first story mission, the world of Liberty City is our oyster. We only have access to the first island for now. We unlock the other 2 islands as we progress through the story missions. Now, being the experienced and well-established trophy hunter that I am, I've learned that you should always read the guide before starting these games, and luckily I did. As it turns out, the more you complete the story of this game, the harder the trophies will be at the end. So I began completing the vehicle missions, starting with completing 100 taxi fares, which is honestly as fun as it sounds. By completing all 100 fares, it gave me a chance to get used to the questionable driving mechanics in this game. Oh, reckless driving, let's go. Then I put on my firefighter gear and extinguished 15 fires in a row for the trophy Splish Splash. For the 100% later on, we'll need to complete a total of 60 of these vehicle missions, spread across all 3 islands. We also need to complete 12 levels in the paramedic missions, where we have to pick up patients and deliver them back to the hospital 12 separate times in a row without failing. With each level you get more patients, which honestly doesn't sound that hard, but the van can only accommodate 3 patients at a time. So as you progress, you have to keep making more and more trips to the hospital. And even this doesn't sound that bad. What makes it a challenge is the design of the ambulance in this game. What? Wait, what? How does that happen? Yeah, for some reason the ambulance has the lowest center of gravity, so any fast turn and it's over. And unfortunately, I took a lot of fast turns. Oh my days. Oh my god, man. After hours of grinding this mission, we eventually managed to complete level 12 for the trophy, playing Doctor. Thankfully, we never have to touch the paramedic missions ever again. Now we still have the Going Rogue trophy to get for completing vigilante missions, but honestly, I have trauma from seeing emergency vehicles. So I thought I'd give it a skip for now and return to the story missions. The first missable trophy is a trophy without a scratch. So if we miss this trophy, we have to replay the story. To make it worse, the missable warning was not on the first page of my guide, so I had no idea about it. In this mission, we have to drop off a special car to a friend of ours. In the mission, you must deliver the car without damaging it. Luckily, with the ambulance mission still being fresh in my mind, careful driving was second nature. Getting this trophy made me realise I seriously need to lock in. And luckily, I did, because the next mission also involves a missable trophy. In the mission, The Fuzzball, we need to pick up more of Luigi's Girls. There's 8 in total, but to complete the mission you only need 4. For the trophy, however, you have to collect all 8. So by using a coach, we ran a premium pimp bus service for the trophy. And then the next mission, Farewell Chunky Luchong, involves another missable trophy. We have to take down a member of the triad by leading him to a car bomb that we have to plant beforehand. Pretty hard to mess this one up if you just follow the guide. And then, in the mission Dead Skunk in a Trunk, we have to help out Joey Leone by disposing of his yard trimmings.
Chief, I think there was a dead body in there.
I thought that too, until he said yard trimmings. You gotta learn to listen, Lou.
Now, with the final missable trophy in the story missions, we get a trophy mob boss in the mission Trials and Tribulations, where we have to assassinate a couple of the triad leaders across the map. But the catch is that we have to babysit 2 mafia members that are playing on Chinese servers. Apparently they're meant to be helping me out. Okay, let's go. Wait, where are you going? Oh my god, please don't tell me that's dead. Where are they? Get in! Oh my days. What the hell? Luckily, for the most part, I could keep away from danger while I completed the mission. For part of the 100% trophy, we need to complete all payphone side missions, one of which involves a street race. For the trophy by a mile, we need to finish in first in under 3 minutes, which clearly I didn't know about at the time. Yeah, it's fine, we'll come back to this one. Can't be that hard to do later on. Another payphone mission has us using a flamethrower to eliminate 20 gang members. While doing this, we get the trophy Street Sweeper. Progressing through the story, we carry out missions for the Mafia, helping out the big boss by looking after his wife. However, things go sour when she lies about us dating, so we have to escape the island. This starts Act 2 and unlocks the game's second island. We also get a shiny trophy. Turns out the wife Maria lied as a cover-up for our actual girlfriend Asuka, who is part of the Yakuza. This part of the story, we help out the Yakuza with a couple errands. Asuka introduces us to the head of the Yakuza, Kenji, whose character has a slight lisp or is just straight out racist.
We're wholly inadequate.
He asks us to help break out a fellow gang member from jail. To do this, we need to blend in by getting a police car. While obtaining the car, we catch a little heat and almost perish.
Gotta go.
For surviving unknowingly on 1 HP for over a minute, we get Liberty City Minute. Then for completing the final pay-for mission on Staunton Island, we get a trophy, a gift from the king. While completing more story missions for Act 2 of the game, we get what is pretty much just a participation trophy for literally just playing the game and getting criminal rating of 2,500. Oh nice, trophy just for pausing. Progressing through Act 2, we meet Donald Love, who asks us to set up a war between the Colombians and the Yakuza by assassinating Kenji while posing as a Colombian. I'm starting to realise that maybe I'm the villain in the story. By gaining Donald Love's trust, he sets us the mission of Drop in the Ocean, where we have to collect 6 packages using a boat. This gets us the trophy Offshore Delivery, and it also unlocks the third and final island, Shoreside Vale, and marks the end of Act 2. With the full map now open, that means we can start chipping away at the 100%. For this, we have to collect cars for import-export missions. For each car that we get and drop off, we get a cash reward. Eventually, we deliver enough cars to get us $1 million for the trophy Dirty Money. And then for the trophy Full Artillery, you need to use all 12 weapons available in the game. So after using a Molotov, we get the trophy. Now, for the trophy Liberty City Secrets, we need to collect all 100 hidden packages across the map. This one can be pretty brutal as there's no way to track which exact packages you have collected in the game. So it's important to stay focused and keep track of the packages collected, which of course I didn't do. And I got stuck looking for literally the last package for what felt like forever. It also didn't help that I saved it to the last part of the game because the map is now riddled with gang territories that want to end my life. Now most territories are manageable to some extent, except one, St. Mark's.
You trying to die?
This place is literal hell. The enemies here have a shotgun that literally 2-taps anything, and it doesn't help that they have aimbot. Eventually, after a brutal grind, I found the last package, and of course it was iron in St. Mark's. After this, I never want to see St. Mark's ever again. Before going any further in the story, I decided to knock off a few trophies on our list, so I completed 15 vigilante missions in a row, which wasn't too hard except for the fact that I had to change police car literally every 5 minutes. Lucky enough for doing their work for them, the police were onto me constantly, so finding the police car before the time expired was light work. And while completing these missions, we got a trophy Escape Artist for using 20 police bribes to evade the police. At this point in the game, we have 60% total completion of the game so far. So I decided to complete the last of the missions of Act 3, with the final mission being the exchange. To summarize the story so far, our ex that betrayed us at the start of the game, Catalina, has made a reappearance and murdered the leaders of the Yakuza and the cartel. And she's kidnapped the wife of the mafia boss and held her for ransom. And for some reason, we suddenly decide to turn into Arthur Morgan and go on a hero arc. Before Catalina manages to escape with our ransom money, we manage to take her down to get our revenge. So now we got our revenge and we got our money back. Us and Maria can live happily ever after.
I mean, can you believe it? This one cost me $50.
And for completing the final story mission, we get a trophy. Okay, we have 6 trophies to get before the glorious platinum. The first of the 6 we went for is the Furious First Responder, which is just cleaning up the 60 vehicle missions that we started earlier. But because I didn't follow the guide, I kinda messed up. For the trophy, you need to complete 20 each on 3 islands. But of course it isn't tracked how many of each missions you have done per island. And I know I only had a few to do, but I didn't quite know where. So I went back and forth a bit completing the missions and eventually got the pop. I really do make this hard for myself. We chip away at 100% by completing side activities like checkpoint races and RCXD missions. For completing all RCXD missions, we get a trophy. And then for using a melee weapon a couple times, we get another trophy. For the Wheels Up trophy, we need to complete all 20 stun jumps around the map. Which took a bit of time, but it's pretty easy. We have one final trophy before all we need to do is get the 100%. For the trophy by a mile, we need to revisit a race that we played earlier on. We need to complete the race in under 3 minutes. Easy stuff. Only one slight issue. The race is pretty much impossible at this point in the game, as it passes through St. Mark's. And of course, I overwrote all my previous saves when I completed this.
An idiot sandwich.
Luckily though, there's a glitch for idiots like me. Using a tank, you can glitch one of the race cars by putting it in your personal garage, and then for some reason this makes it indestructible. The only issue with the glitch is that it's very tricky. I mean, at least it was for me. Literally every time you look away from the car or even touch it at the wrong angle, the car just disappears and you have to restart the process all over again. Eventually, we got the glitch to work so that we could complete the race in under 3 minutes. Alright, with the 100% round the corner, we have one final grind. There are 20 rampage missions. These consist of eliminating a certain number of gang members with different weapons. Now some rampages were very easy, and others took a couple attempts. Especially the flamethrower missions, which of course I saved to the last one. Turns out a flamethrower is just no match for assault rifles. I reckon this single rampage mission took the same amount of time as all the other rampages combined. Thankfully though, with the help of a bulletproof bush, we completed it, getting us that 100% trophy, which only means one thing. With GTA 3 completed and checked off our list, next we go on to Vice City. Now this one holds a special place in my heart as Vice City Stories was the first ever GTA that I played as a kid on the PSP. So I'm looking forward to jumping back into that world that introduced me to the franchise. I've got a few plans for 2026, so if you like the video and want to see more, feel free to subscribe. See ya!